What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I've got to counterpunch something today. Dillan Whyte, of course, we know Deontay Wilder has officially ducked him, but he's had help by the WBC. The WBC, you know, they have done a lot of strange things, like a lot of strange things with Canelo and Wilder. And Dillian Whyte, the problem here with Dillian Whyte probably has one of the best resumes, period. You know what I mean? You could give the Pepsi challenge with Joshua's resume, but, Dillian Whyte has a great resume, okay? So if anybody deserves anything, it should be Dillian Whyte. Now Deontay Wilder is saying, or really the WBC, is saying that Dillian Whyte has to fight Luis Ortiz. So Dillian Whyte offered Luis Ortiz some money on the 28th of July to fight him. Luis Ortiz turned it down. That was real strange because Luis Ortiz fought, I don't know, I can't pronounce his name, Kazoe, whatever. He fought the same night on the 28th, okay? That was the weirdest thing about it, but he wouldn't be ready for Dillian Whyte, and I call out everyone, if Luis Ortiz had the opportunity to fight Dillian Whyte to become the WBC silver, he should have went for that opportunity because he just lost his opportunity at the WBC, okay? He just lost his opportunity. So there should be no reason for him not taking that fight with Dillian Whyte to fight a tune-up fight. If you're just going to fight a tune-up fight, just be real with the people and say, hey, I didn't want to fight Dillian Whyte because I wouldn't be ready to fight that caliber of an opponent. And that's the truth. I don't think that he was ready for that because he just had a tough fight with Deontay Wilder, a fantastic fight with him, and that caused a lot of punishment, and it takes some time off, But with recovery, you also need training, and with training, you need recuperation, and recuperation, you need to fight other people. So if he needed a tune-up fight, which that, what was he, is messing with me now. But the guy that he last knocked out in the third round, okay? If that was a tune-up fight, just say, hey, I needed a tune-up fight. Don't say, hey, I wouldn't be ready for you, and don't tell them a legitimate reason why, and you fight on the same night, okay? So, just state your options because I give fighters props, but I also give fighters shit at the same time. There should be no reason Luis Ortiz shouldn't fight Dillian Whyte because Luis Ortiz is the WBC number 2. Dillian Whyte is the WBC silver, which is number 1, okay? And there shouldn't be no reason these guys can't get it on. You know what I mean? I understand what happens in the sport of boxing when you get to a certain platform, you get to a plateau, and you come up short, which he came up short that night. I can understand you not wanting to take the tougher fights, but that would be a good fight. That was always a fight that I really wanted to see anyway. So I'm pissed off as a fight fan that Luis Ortiz would either ask for that type of money to fight him or duck him. You know what I mean? And because it's like Luis Ortiz, his stock should have been risen, but like how much more? You know what I mean? He came up short. He had a tough fight with Deontay Wilder, but he didn't win. You know what I mean? If he had won, this would have been a totally different scenario. And in that case, he had to fight Dillian Whyte anyway, because Dillian Whyte would still be the number 1. You see what I'm saying? So you got to fight and you got to remain at that level. You know what I mean? You got to remain to that point. And with your consistency, you have to learn how to keep fighting the tough fights. Luis Ortiz just can't, let me go and fight Deontay Wilder, come up short, and let me ask for a gang load of money to fight Dillian Whyte. That's not the way it goes. And that's not how we do things in the sport of boxing. Let's not follow the trend of Keith Thurman and Robert Guerrero. Because a lot of these guys, they go to the top and they get accustomed to that money that they made, and they think that they don't have to fight anymore. If you don't feel that you need to fight at the elite level, just retire. You know what I'm saying? But everyone wants that money. Everyone wants to be greedy at the end of the day, and it's sad. You know what I mean? And Luis Ortiz he looks like he's falling in that same boat. You know, I think he got maybe $500,000 to fight Deontay Wilder, because Deontay Wilder got, I think, 2.1 or something like that. So, you know, it's bad. It's sad, man, because Luis Ortiz and Dillian Whyte, that would have been a good fight. You know what I mean? And for all this time, I thought Dillian Whyte was ducking Luis Ortiz. But, you know, Dillian Whyte is a guy that will come out and, you know, and tell it the way it is, like he did with Deontay, ducking him. So I got to give him props, you know, because if Luis Ortiz asked for that much money, knowing that he didn't get that much money fighting Deontay Wilder, what would he expect to get? You know what I mean? I would like to know that figure, you know, that number. But I would like to know a lot of numbers. I would like to know what the new contract was that Joshua sent to Deontay Wilder. I would like to know what Deontay Wilder and Fury are getting. I would like to know a lot of stuff in the sport of boxing. But, you know, unfortunately, we don't get that type of information until, you know, later on. But anyway, you guys tell me what you think about this. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been counterpunched. Peace.